Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Dirt Racing Network. Dom Santina here with you on the call, getting ready to go for the third race of the Bristol Nationals here with the NDRA series. They're wrapping up their practice session here with the 358 modifieds, and once they do, we'll get ready to go with our racing. There's currently about 32 cars in the server, so while they wrap this up, we're going to send it on down trackside for our pre-race ceremonies. When we come back, we will have your qualifying session on the racetrack in just a few short moments.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
And now, please welcome Pastor Sam Foley from Port Orange, Florida, to deliver tonight's invocation.
Father, we ask today that you protect and bless those who participate in this race. May they use good sportsmanship and respect for each other. And we'll thank you and praise you in Jesus' name. Amen.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous flight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Welcome back to the Dirt Racing Network. Dom Santina here with you once again on the call. The practice session has concluded. We're going to get ready to go with our qualifying session. Waiting to get some cars out here on the track. Joshua Kunzbeck was quickest in practice. Can he back it up here in qualifying? We're focusing on this 11 car right now as he comes onto the racetrack. And we'll go around with him as he takes his qualifying laps here. Looks like he pulls off the racetrack. He's going to try this over again. Going to get that 11 car up to speed. Some cars coming in here. Caleb Driscoll goes to the top of the charts with a 17.960. We'll see as Kunzbeck makes his way around where he goes to the top of the charts with a 17.912. So Kunzbeck, definitely the fastest so far. Throw the top 10 up here now as we've had about half of our drivers take a quick time. Kunzbeck, Clifford Driscoll, Jeremy Kosick, Tim Rourke, Corey Austin, Colson Cochran, Hunter Heck, Gage Pike, Jace Anderson, and it looks like Ryan Lawson just got bumped off there. See if we can grab somebody else. Kendall Tucker just getting ready to take his qualifying lap. Let's watch the 00 car. So he gets ready to go. See where he can put himself on the charts. Special feature here, the National Dirt Racing Association is putting on a $2,150 purse through 7 different races. 5 shows today, 2 shows tomorrow. Roger had the opening 3 shows, as it looks like Kendall Tucker goes to the top of the charts and quite possibly could take the quit time. Almost a whole tenth faster than Joshua Kernsback, as he's 17.845. But Roger did the first 2 shows with street stocks and 602 late models. Now we got small block modifieds, followed by pro late models and UMPs coming up. And we'll have 2 more shows tomorrow night at 7 Eastern with 410s and super lates. For today's show, $120 to the race winner, $70 to second place, and $45 to third. So we're going to get ready to go with heat race number 1. Only 2 heat races, then a couple consolation races, and then our feature. We will see. Let's get down here and click and see if we can see our starting lineup. Get a different camera view here to see all of our starting lineup. There we go. Starting on the front row. This is going to be a heavy and full heat race for heat race number 1. Starting on the pole position for Swindell Speed Labs. From Mount Airy, North Carolina, that'll be the 00 of Kendall Tucker. Starting second will be the 96 of Gunnar Swanchanchara. Row number 2, starting third, will be the 69 of Keith Hackney. Starting fourth will be the 28 of Tim Ruark. Row number 3 will be the 2 of Jamie Massey and the 85 of Hunter Heck. Row number 4, starting in the 7th position, will be the 3 of Jace Anderson and the 34 of Brian Lawson. Row number 5 will for Team Diet Water from Cummings, Georgia, the 33 of Lucas Ruark. And starting in the 1 car will be Samuel Leclerc. Row number 6, starting in the 11th spot, will be for Team Diet Water from Ringgold, Georgia, the 33 of Cannon Cochran. Starting to his outside in the 60 car will be Kevin Robbins. Row number 7, starting 13th in the 12, will be Grant Hungate. Grant Hungate, maybe. Starting 14th for Henry Trucking from Newport, Tennessee, will be the 17 of Stephen Brady, and he might be in the 00 car there. And rounding out the field on the back row, starting in the 15th position, the 35 of William Henry, and starting in the 16th position, the 71 of Timothy Ripley. We'll jump back up with Kendall Tucker as we go green flag racing here at Bristol for another. Do not like that camera. Let's go back up top. Another one of the NDRA races here. Going to go 15 laps for heat race number 1 as Kendall Tucker still out front. Get a little better view here, a little closer. It's Swanchanchara in the 2nd spot. Or Swanchara in the 2nd spot, and then it's Keith Hackney in the 3rd spot. Front 3 kind of single filing out so far. Justin Sick, good to see you in the chat as well. Look at a battle here for 4th and 5th. That's Tim Ruark and Jamie Massey doing battle. And here comes Hunter Heck into the battle as well. Up front, though, it's still Kendall Tucker running away, or at least trying to, here on lap number 5, and we got our first caution of the evening. Could it be Tim Ripley having some trouble? Let's go back and look. He's a little slow on the front stretch. Looking at that 71 car. Tries to make it through wide, slides it in there on Henry Robbins and goes around, and that brings out our first caution of the afternoon. We'll jump back up with Kendall Tucker, who's currently getting a push from the pace car. There comes the pace car through, or pace truck. Oh, we made it to lap 6 before the caution comes out. Give you the running order. It's Kendall Tucker, Gunnar Swinchara, Keith Hackney, Tim Rourke, Jamie Massey, Hunter Heck, Lucas Rourke, Cannon Cochran, Brian Lawson, and Samuel Leclerc, the top 10. Looks like the lights are out. No, lights are still on the pace track. So we're going to go another lap around at least. Laps are frozen, so it's green flag only laps. So we should be getting ready to go this time by. To go green flag racing. And here we go. Kendall Tucker going to lead us back to the green flag. Once again, and we are underway. Tucker, Swinchara, 1 and 2. In the third spot is Keith Hackney making his way into the mix. So we go around the racetrack. Look back here at the 3rd, 4th, 5th. Oh, around. That goes the 85. That's Hunter Heck. It's going to fall to the back of the pack, and that will bring out a caution as they're trying to get that car turned back around. And here's going to be the replay. Looking at the 85 car in the middle of your screen. Right behind Jamie Massey. A little bump there. And coming into the next corner, that's when he's going to get spun around. Drives it in a little too deep, takes a left rear, and around he goes. We'll bring out our second caution. Like we said, we'll have 2 heat races, a C main, a B main, and then the feature. Top 10 basically staying the same. Kendall Tucker, Gunnar Swinchara, Keith Hackney, Tim Rourke, Jamie Massey, Cannon Cochran, Lucas Rourke, Brian Lawson, Samuel Leclerc, and Jace Anderson now into the top 10. Looks like the lights might be out on the pace truck this time. No, lights still on the pace truck, so we're going to go another lap around. As I was saying, this one, third of 5 on the day. This one will be a 40 lap feature. In fact, the rest of the day will be 40 lap features. Roughly at 7 o'clock Eastern is when the next group of cars will come on. Here we go, green flag in the air. Not the best jump for Kendall Tucker there. He's still going to hold that second spot over Swinchara. And we got another caution on the racetrack, as we have now made it to lap number 9, but we've had 3 straight cautions. And this one, I believe, is Jace Anderson, who has some trouble in the 197 car. Let's go take a look. Gets spun around a little bit there. He comes down. Oh, contact behind him. And for a ride, that is the 35. He's looking to see who that was. William Henry, I believe. Yeah. Let's go. Caution's taken quite a bit, so let's change this up. And we're going to go on board here and sit inside with William Henry and watch this one from his vantage point. See if we can go back just a little bit farther. Watch on board William Henry's machine. See if we can or not. Alright, well, iRacing not cooperating with me. Alright, well, I guess we'll just go back to your race leader. And grab Kendall Tucker. I thought that was going to be a sweet camera view, but I guess not. So, William Henry going for a heck of a ride there down the backstretch. Gunnar Swinchara still in the second spot. Keith Hackney in the third spot. Tim Rourke in fourth. Massey fifth. Cannon Cochran in sixth. Lucas Rourke seventh. Brian Lawson eighth. Samuel Leclerc in ninth. And now Timothy Ripley into the 10th spot. So we're almost to lap number 10. Complete lap number 9. We go back green flag racing once again. And here we go. Underway. They dive it off into turns 1 and 2. All right. And that's going to end it. The heat race ran out of time, so Kendall Tucker is going to be the heat race winner. With iRacing, these races have timers on them to make sure they move along. 5 minutes, or about 4 minutes and 30 seconds is roughly the timer. And so with those caution laps taking so long, that heat race comes to an end as they still had about 6 laps left to go. So we'll see if we can get this heat race in. And we'll show you your starting lineup here for heat race number 2, starting on the pole. For Sam's Vending from DeLand, Florida, will be the 11 of Joshua Kunzbach. Starting second in the 63, that is Clifford Driscoll. Row number 2, starting in the 3rd position. In the 99, that's Jeremy Krosick. Starting 4th for Mid-South Dirt Slingers. Dirt Slinger Wraps from Mustang, Oklahoma. It's the 92 of Corey Austin. Row number 3, starting in the 5th position. Driving the 523 is Colson Cochran, or it might be the 23. Starting in the 6th position in the 555, that is Gage Pike, and it is the 523 for Colson Cochran. Row number 4, starting in the 7th position for the Firm Motorsports, the Firm, Apex, and Ryko from Naples, New York. It's the 5 of Justin Sick. Starting to his outside, the 21 of Carl Kilgore. Row number 5, starting in the 9th position. Driving the number 4, that's Chris Sleep. And on the outside, in the 09, that is Bo Stenzel. Getting ready for row number 6, starting in the 11th position. In the 7 car, that is Dante Wilford. Starting in the 12th position in the 55, that's Adam Miller. Row number 7, starting in the 13th position, 61 of Matthew Johnson and the 27 of Ryan Cummings. On the back row will be Logan Thies in the 44 car. As he blinks off the screen there for a minute, and we're green flag racing with Joshua Kunzbach out front, trying to lead them around. Complete lap number 1. Second spot is Driscoll, and third is Osick. Corey Austin in the 4th spot, and Colson Cochran in the 5th spot. We'll see how this heat race goes. First one was a little bit of a rough one. Here comes a run from Driscoll, closing up on Kunzbach for the race lead. Remember, Kunzbach was your fastest in practice and in qualifying. Trying to hold off the rest of the guys here. Sometimes some guys are really good at qualifying, but not so fast in heat races. Sometimes they're not good at qualifying, but are good in the heat races and features. And sometimes they're a combination of all three. And we'll see if Kunzbach can hold off the rest of the field here in heat race number 2. Pull off the trifecta. He's got a mirror full of Driscoll in the 2nd spot, though. We got our first caution at lap 5. I think this is a little bit before we saw our first caution in heat race number 1. And it might be Justin Sick in the 5 car having some issues. We'll go back and take a look. Changed people on me here. Let's grab the 5. There's Justin Sick in that green and black machine with the silver number. Looks like Cochran got his nose cut on the front there. That's Colson Cochran. He's sliding back a little bit. Sick on the bottom line. See, they're almost 4 wide. Sick looking to try to make the move to maybe put them 4 wide. Still waiting. Replay might be a little bit longer. Oh, there's some contact, and yep. Involved is quite a few cars, including Sick, I think Gage Pike, Carl Kilgore, and Logan Thies, maybe? Logan Thies involved. We'll go back up to real racing now. Go back with your race leader, Joshua Kunzbach, and right now we still have time is frozen at 3 minutes and 20 seconds. So don't know how we advance that session with the time being running out, but I don't know, maybe there's another timer that I'm thinking about that iRacing conducts, and with having so many caution laps, it runs out, and we'll have to see if that's the case here for heat race number 2 as well. I think there was 2 or 3 cautions in heat race number 1. Now as we're here on heat race number 2. Having a few issues. If you are watching online, feel free to send us a message in the chat. Let us know who you're rooting for, where you're watching from, or anything else that you feel like passing along. So we get ready to go once again. Joshua Kunzbach going to lead us to the green flag, and we are back underway. So I'll head off into turn 2 and 3. We got a caution right off the start. Adam Miller is on pit road, but it might be Ryan Cummings having some issues. Let's take a look at the 27 car and watch him on the restart. Pile up, stack up in front of him, and from behind, Carl Kilgore gets the shot in. They all stacked up, and cars in the back couldn't tell what was going on. Cummings gets run over, and that brings out the caution. Hello, Dave. Rooting for Logan. Logan right now running in the 10th position. And Nick rooting on Wilford. He's running in the 8th position right now. We're under our second caution. So now with this second caution, the timer is running. We're down to 2 minutes, and now it just froze. Nope, down to 2:30? 2:30, so the timer's still running, which means we could be in danger here, especially with only being on lap number 6, having the same situation. Now it's actually, so the timer I'm seeing must be something different. I don't know what I'm rambling on about, but there is a timer in iRacing that lets us know how long they have before the race block is over with. Lights are still on the pace track. These are some long caution laps here, and we're going to take another one. Chris checking in for Dante as well. Guys, I have a feeling this is going to end up the same way that the first heat race did, and that the timer's going to run out here for iRacing. And we're going to have to have this one end up not coming to a conclusion. Lights are finally out on the pace truck. We're ready to go. We are green as they'll try it again. Once again, Joshua Kunzbach leading us into turns 1 and 2. Clifford Driscoll in the second spot. Jeremy Kosick in the 3rd spot, Corey Austin 4th, Bo Stencil 5th, Colson Cochran 6th, Clark Sleep in the 7th spot, Gage Pike in the 8th spot, Dante Wilford in the 9th spot. Actually, it looks like Logan Days gets up there now in the timing and scoring is updating. We've got another caution on the racetrack, so most definitely this one probably not going to finish out. I think it's Logan Days who has an issue. Let's go back and see. Yeah, he spun it around for sure. See if we can get the replay. Here it is on the restart. Gets stacked up a little bit. Pile up. Kilgore gets turned in front of him, and Sick involved. There's quite a few cars piling into each other. It's going to bring out our 3rd caution. And so, as we've hit the halfway point, I would expect probably going to have it come to an end, just like we saw the end of heat race number 1. Justin, yeah, I know you've been caught up back there for a little bit now in a couple accidents this year down pit road. Once again, getting some repairs. These guys having some issues on restarts. Running order is Joshua Kernsbank, Clifford Driscoll, Jeremy Kosick in the 3rd spot, Corey Austin 4th, Bo Stencil 5th, Colson Cochran, Chris Sleep, Dante Wilford, Carl Kilgore, Ryan Cummings, and Matthew Johnson, the top 10. That's going to do it. Just like we saw in heat race number 1, time's going to run out, so Joshua Kunzbeck will be your race winner. And timing and scoring is all messed up now. Clifford Driscoll will come across in 2nd, Jeremy Kosick 3rd. That'll send us to consolation races. Going to be a B main, then the feature. We will see how this one plays out as we get ready to grid out on the racetrack. Waiting for these guys to get in here. Here's going to be your starting lineup for the B main. Starting on the pole position will be Lucas Rurik. Starting 2nd, Chris Sleep. Row number 2, starting 3rd, Brian Lawson. Starting 4th, Carl Kilgore. Row number 3, starting 5th, Samuel Leclerc. Starting 6th, Gage Pike. Row number 4, starting 7th, Timothy Ripley. Starting 8th, Ryan Cummings. Row number 5, starting 9th, Garante Hungate. Starting 10th, Matthew Johnson. Row number 6, starting 11th, Kevin Robbins. Starting 12th, Dante Wilford. Row number 7, starting 13th, Hunter Hack. Starting 14th, Logan Thies. Row number 8, starting 15th, Stephen Brady. Starting 16th, Justin Sick. Row number 9, starting 17th, Jace Anderson. Starting 18th, Adam Miller. Rounding out the field in the 19th spot, William Henry. 19 cars ready to go 6 laps. A short B main, shorter than our heat races. Justin, you got a long way to go there, buddy, to try to get up here. I actually don't know how many you guys are taking, so if you could pass along that information, that would be great. But you got a ways to go and a short time to get there. I know you're saying that there's not much give and take out there, but hopefully you guys are going to need it to get through the consolation races. Here we go, green flag in the air. And our B main is underway. Out front, Lucas Rourke, your race leader. Carl Kilgore, Chris Sleet. Your top three at the moment, Samuel Leclerc. Going off the screen, blinking just for a minute, was Lucas Rourke. We got a caution on the racetrack here, just 2 laps in to our heat race. Timothy Ripley is being scored a lap down. I don't know if that's actually the case or not. Ripley was a ways behind the field. We'll take another replay and see if William Henry or someone else has a view. Take a look back here at Justin 6, see if we can see the reason for a caution. The only reason I could see is maybe they wanted to get Tim Ripley up to the front, get him back with everybody. Oh, let's go check on Adam Miller. Let's see what happened to Miller. He's on pit road. Alright, iRacing. Well, it looks like he's been on pit road, so don't know what's going on there, but caution did come out. We'll grab Lucas Rourke once again. Been a rough one here so far at Bristol. This is our 7th caution in just 3 races. We're going to have 4 laps to go here for the B main when we get ready to go back green flag racing. Lucas Rourke trying to bring it home. We've actually not completed a race yet. Green flag in the air. Here we go. Lucas Rourke out front. Kilgore in second. Chris Sleep in third. Samuel Leclerc, Gage Pike, Brian Lawson, Ryan Cummings, Matthew Johnson, Grant Hungate, and Dante Wilford, the top 10. Battle for the race lead. We have another caution. So we made it halfway through this one. This time, looks like Logan Thays gets involved. Let's take a look at the 44 car. Blinks off the screen for a minute, comes back. Right, so while they both wheelie down the front stretch, I think that's Stephen Brady there with them. Or no, there's Stephen Brady going into the wall. They crash together, and that brings out our 2nd caution here in the B main. Going to jump back up with Lucas Rourke. After this, it will be Pro Late Models and UMPs. We've seen a couple good UMP races here at Bristol on the Dirt Racing Network, or at least one, I should say. See how The one plays out later tonight. Pace laps taking a long time here at Bristol. Worried about time on this one as well. Watching timing and scoring to see how this is going to go. Lights finally off on the pace truck. Lucas Rourke going to try to lead us back to the green flag. We've had trouble on restarts. Can they get it done? Rourke, Kilgore, Leclerc, your top three. Sleep and Pike round out your top five. Green flying back in the air. Away we go. Trying to finish one here at Bristol for the small block modifieds. Coming around, white flag will be in the air this time by. Lucas Rourke, we will finally conclude a race without having the timer run out on us. Here comes Kilgore to the inside. Rourke, slide job by Kilgore. Lucas Rourke will take the B main win. Kilgore second, Leclerc third, Sleep fourth, Pike fifth, Lawson sixth, Hungate seventh, Cummings eighth, Heck in ninth, Wilford 10th, Sick in 11th, Robinson in 12th, Anderson and the rest. Rounding out the field, they're going to go to a warm-up session. While I do that, we're going to go thank a few sponsors, and we'll come back with your feature on the racetrack in just a little bit. Hello everybody, welcome back to the NDRA Racing Network. Dom Santina here with you. We're taking some easy laps here at Bristol. Looks like they're just kind of getting heat in the engines. See them riding along. It is Lucas Rourke, Kunzbach, Kilgore. Maybe just trying to get that top line to come in. So as I was talking about earlier, you can see on the screen there's a timer ticking down for the practice session or the warm-up session. There's a timer in iRacing for each racing session as well. It doesn't show up on the overlay, but there is always one running in the background. So with the two heat races that we had, there was a timer ticking down for those heat races, and with the caution laps, the timer ran out before we got to the final white flag and checkered flag laps. So that's what I was talking about when I said I was worrying about time, is that there's always a timer running, and if it's whatever comes first, if you get to the checkered flag or that timer runs out, that's when that race session is over. So that's what happened with both of our heat races. That's what I was worried about with our consolation race, and we'll see how it plays a factor here in our feature as well. All right, looks like we just got about a minute left to go here in the warm-up session before we get ready to go with our feature. Once again, the feature will have money on the line. Looks like these guys are just driving around, maybe trying to work the track in a little bit. Once again, there'll be big money on the line, $120 to the race winner, $70 to second place, and $45 to the third guy on the podium. I know some of you may say, well, that's not a lot. It's a lot for iRacing and the series here, the dirt series that we run. So it's a significant amount to these drivers out here to go out here and win the event. Now you see him spinning out as the session comes to an end. We'll get ready to go with the feature. We're going to have 24 cars in this feature. We're getting ready to grid out on the racetrack. We'll give you the starting lineup. Your pole sitter will be Kendall Tucker. Starting second will be Joshua Krunsbeck. Row number 2, starting third will be Gunnar Swanchara. Starting fourth, Clifford Driscoll. Row number 3, starting 5th, Keith Hackney. Starting 6th, Jeremy Kosick. Row number 4, starting 7th, Tim Rurik. Starting 8th, Corey Austin. Row number 5, starting 9th, Jamie Massey. Starting 10th, Bo Stenzel. Row number 6, starting 11th, Cannon Cochran. Starting 12th, Colson Cochran. Row number 7, starting 13th, Lucas Rurik. Starting 14th, Carl Kilgore. Row number 8, starting 15th, Samuel Leclerc. Starting 16th, Chris Sleep. Row number 9, starting 17th, Gage Pike. Starting 18th, Brian Lawson. Row number 10, starting 19th, Grant Hungate. Starting 20th, Ryan Cummings. Row number 11th, starting 21st, Hunter Heck. Starting 22nd, Dante Wilford. And he did, in fact, make it. He's been in the chat throughout the night. Starting 23rd, Justin Sick. Starting 24th, Kevin Robinson. Getting ready to go. 40 green flag only laps here to decide this one. We'll see how it plays out. We've had some struggles with cautions. We'll see how we do the rest of the way. Like we said, coming up at 7 o'clock Eastern will be our next show. It'll be the Pro Late Models. And at 9 Eastern, we'll wrap up day 1 of the NDRA Bristol Dirt Nationals with UMPs. Here we go. Going to get ready to go. Justin Sick, Kendall Tucker, and Joshua Krunsbeck going to lead us to the green flag. Sorry about that. Justin Sick back there in the 23rd position. Don't know why I had him on the brain. Kendall Tucker out front trying to run away. Kendall Tucker was on our Thursday series of the Dirt Slingers Racing League. Had a top 5 finish in the points. And we didn't even make it to complete lap number 1 before we have our first caution. Kevin Robinson having some trouble. Or how about Grant Hungate? Not quite sure what the need for the caution was there. Oh, maybe Keith Hackney? Keith Hackney have some trouble? All right, well, iRacing is not letting us do what we want to do, so we will just ignore it as we look at the replay from back in the field. We will now go back live. That's not a good start for time management's sake. These caution laps take quite a while. They have one not even a lap in. Could be big trouble. You can see still under pace laps. So we're going to stack them back up, double file, and get ready to go again. Joshua Kunzbeck, Kendall Tucker. Gonna lead us back to the green flag, and here we go. Give it try number 2. Kendall Tucker in the double zero machine. Leading the 11 car of Joshua Kunzbeck. Add into the mix. Here comes a Gunnar Swinchara as well. See how long of a run we can go here on this one. Kunzbeck into the 3rd spot. Swinchara in the 2nd spot. Now we haven't even really been able to look at any good battles. Whoa, some major connection issues back there for I don't know who it was in the field. And I was going to say, we haven't even been able to look at any battles throughout the races because there are none because of the cautions. And here's another one, just 3 laps in. So let's add them up. 3 plus 3 is 6. I think we had 2 in the B main. That's it. We've had 10 cautions through 4 races. Keith Hackney this time. Nope, not Hackney. Gage Pike. Yep, Pike's on pit road. Let's go see what happened. Try a different camera, see if that'll fix it. See if we can get a replay of what happened to the 555 car here. Off the restart. Pike in the 27 car there. He blinks off the screen and is gone. Or that's Ryan Cummings. Pike is in the 555 car. Oh, they're bouncing off each other here. There's that car that was blinking through the field massively. Oh, and who was it? There was a car up there on the outside wall. I think that was a car that was having blinking issues. They got turned around. Jump back up with your race leader. Like to see that we're still gaining followers here on the Dirt Racing Network. We kicked off 2021 in a big way with the 10K follower show. Looking to continue to build upon that base and make it even bigger. Getting ready to go green once again. You're on lap number 5 of 40. Green flag, Kendall Tucker out to the race lead once again. Swinchara trying to get into that second spot. He's going to get booted by Kurnsback, and through the field he's going to go. He's going to at least lose 2, possibly 3 spots here. Oh, he's going to get into the 69 of Keith Hackney. Hackney's going to fall like a rock through the field now. As he was put to the outside, Swinchara now in the 4th spot. Sweeping to the inside comes Cliff Driscoll. Hackney looking to see how far he fell. Back to the 9th position. Kendall Tucker trying to run away. As we go around, top 2 out front, but look at the 3rd, 4th, 5th. Slider there is that Corey Austin making the move. In that bright green and black 92 car. He's sitting in the 5th spot, right behind Swinchara and Driscoll, and in front of Jamie Massey. He moves to the top of the racetrack. That's going to allow Massey to tuck underneath. Massey trying to make his way to the front of the field. And he's got the line for that 5th place spot. Right behind them in the 99, that's at Jeremy Kosick. And there's Carl Kilgore coming into the mix. Up the hill goes Jamie Massey, and he's going to lose some momentum. That's going to give the spot back to Corey Austin for the time being. Look at right up here. Swinchara looking at Driscoll for the 3rd spot. Right in front of them is Joshua Kunzbach. And this is all allowing Kendall Tucker to pull away, but not by too much. Right now, 7/10 of a second, almost 8/10. The lead for Tucker. Looking at that final podium position right now, Swinchara wants it. Not only is it a podium, it's $45 on the line right there for the 3rd spot, and it jumps up an extra $25 to get that 2nd spot where Kunzbach is. $120 might be slipping away right now as they let Kendall Tucker continue to pull away. But they are side by side for the last 3 or 4 laps now. has Driscoll in Swinchara. Corey Austin still in the 5th spot, and it's single file for 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th. Side by side still for the 3rd and 4th spot, though, and that's what we're going to continue to watch. We'll go up top to give you a better overview of the track. 6 Swinchara to the inside. Couldn't make it work. Driscoll still getting the run off the top side. Tucker has pushed his lead out to an even 2nd now over Kunzbeck. Swinchara has the line through the corner, but can he pay it off down the front stretch? Here comes Driscoll again. This has been going on now for at least 6 to 7 laps now. We'll continue to watch it. Keep an eye on it, but let's jump up with your race leader. Here is Kendall Tucker, and he's got a lap car in front of him. That looks to be Robinson out in front. Right now, there is 22 cars on the lead lap. If he gets around Robinson, that would make it 21. Ryan Cummings and Gage Pike, the only 2 cars not on the lead lap. Cummings 1 lap down. Pike 14 laps down, and now as Tucker goes by Robinson, looks like a couple cars might have pulled off. Bo Sensel now 2 laps down. Chris Sleep 2 laps down. Colson Cochran a lap down. Justin Sick a lap down. Kevin Robinson now a lap down as well. So Robinson up to the 19th position. We got a caution on the racetrack as we got to lap 22. So I'm not going to complain this time about the caution. We got a nice green flag run in there. Looking to see Colson Cochran maybe bringing out the caution. There he is right there. I thought I just saw him come off pit road. See. So now I think it was a connection issue on iRacing's part, because I am now only seeing 2 guys or 3 guys a lap down. And for some reason it keeps wanting to go to Ryan Cummings on the replay. All right, so don't know what brought out the caution there. But Kevin Robinson 1 lap down, Bo Stencil 3 laps down, and Gage Pike 16 laps down, or 18 laps down. No, it's 16 laps down. So it might have been Colson Cochran bringing out the caution. But iRacing does not want to show me that, so we'll just stick with Kendall Tucker, your race leader. We have crossed the halfway point. I think this is caution number 2. Caution number 3. Still got 19 to go. And no lead changes. It's been the man, Kendall Tucker, out front. There you go. Why not? We'll keep that up there. There's your top 10. Kendall Tucker, Joshua Kunzbeck, Gunnar Swinchara, Clifford Driscoll, Corey Austin, Carl Kilgore, Jamie Massey, Jeremy Kosick, Cannon Cochran, and Tim Ruark. Your top 10. I love how Justin Sick is our most popular commenter in the chat, and he's also out there driving. Justin currently shown in the 17th position. He's picked up 6 spots. Gonna wait to go green flag racing once again. Lights are out on the pace truck. Got them stacked double file once again, getting ready to go. See if we can get another good green flag run in here. Got 19 to go, 18 when we cross the start-finish line once again. And down and away we go. And Bristol Motor Speedway. There's Swinchara on the inside, trying to get around Krinsbeck for that second spot. And a little bit of contact, maybe, slightly, but Swinchara into the second spot. Krinsbeck back to third. Clifford Driscoll in the fourth spot. Corey Austin in the fifth spot. Kendall Tucker had built up a nice race lead. Mad to see that go out the window. Now I'm going to have to do it all over again. And let's take a look back here at this third place position, as it looks like Krinsbeck has lost it. Clifford Driscoll now into the third spot, with Corey Austin breathing down the back of the 11 car. Swinchara now trying to hold off Driscoll for that second spot. Running the fence. Here comes Corey Austin to the inside of Krinsbeck. Krinsbeck able to clear him down the backstretch. Come around and complete another lap. Kendall Tucker starting to pull out again. Lead up to 7/10 over Swinchara. And for Kendall Tucker, this is what he wants to see right here. Swinchara and Driscoll, who were going at it once again before the caution came out, side by side, resuming the battle for second and third. And that allows your race leader to pull ahead. And if you're Krinsbeck, that actually plays an advantage to you as well if you can get up there, because that can draw you in and put you in a battle for the money. And it looks like Driscoll had it there, come to the line that time, had the second spot. We'll put Swinchara back to third. Swinchara hanging on that time. Driscoll able to completely clear Swinchara. Swinchara coming to the line once again. Under 10 to go now. Kendall Tucker out front by about 3/4 of a second over Clifford Driscoll. Gunnar Swinchara, Joshua Krinsbeck, Corey Austin, your top five. Then Jamie Massey, Jeremy Kosick, Keith Hackney, Hunter Heck, and Carl Kilgore rounding out your top 10. Now your race leader, Kendall Tucker, and it looks like Driscoll is closing in, but he's really not. Just deceiving view there. Gap kind of staying the same at about 0.7 of a second. To be precise, 0.716. Swinchara fading back just a little bit, but really, Krinsbeck is the one that's fallen back. And here's a battle for 5th and 6th. This is Jamie Massey and Corey Austin. It looks like Massey will hold on to the 5th position. Austin again looking to the inside. We'll see if he can make the move pay off. Massey going to get the run off the top side, and he'll keep the position. As we now have 5 to go. Jump back up with your race leader, Kendall Tucker. Swinchara hanging in there, trying to challenge Driscoll for that second spot. And the last thing that Kendall Tucker wants to see is there's a caution flag with 4 to go. And it'll be a green-white checkered situation, I think. Or no, it'll be 3 to go when we go back green flag racing once again. See if we can go back and find who brought out the caution. Keith Hackney's on pit road. Yeah, he went for a little bit of a ride. See if we can find it a little bit earlier. I don't understand why this thing always likes to go to Cummings. And here it is. Hackney drives it in. Right behind Jamie Massey. We were just looking a few minutes ago. Into the corner he goes. Got clipped a little bit and around he went. I think he might have caught a little bit of a right rear. Or maybe that might have been some net code. And that brings out our 4th caution. It's going to shake everything up as we get ready to go for the feature, or for the final few laps in the feature. Current running order: Kendall Tucker, Clifford Driscoll, Gunnar Swinchara, Joshua Kunzbeck, Jamie Massey, Corey Austin, Hunter Hack, Carl Kilgore, Justin Sick, and Samuel Leclerc, your top 10. We got a couple cars on pit road getting repairs at the moment. Keith Hackney looks to be the last car on the lead lap in 20th. 19 currently running on the racetrack. Colson Cochran 6 laps down. Chris Sharp 9 laps down. Bo Stencil 18 laps down. And Gage Pike 31 laps down. Getting ready to go once again. Kendall Tucker, single file, going to lead us back to the green flag to try to finish this one out. Money on the line for the top 3 spots. We'll keep an eye on Swinchara. He's got that final podium position. Looks like he has the edge over Driscoll. Here down the back stretch for the 2nd spot. Here comes Kunzbeck in the 4th spot, coming to the line. Going to have 2 to go this time. Swapping off positions back and forth for 2nd, 3rd, and 4th throughout the day, but white flag in the air for your race leader. He's been in control all day long, looking to make himself a little bit richer here at the Bristol Dirt Nationals for the National Dirt Racing Association, coming to pick up the small block modified series win. It's going to be Kendall Tucker coming across in 2nd, Gunnar Swinchara, and in 3rd, Clifford Driscoll. Then it'll be Kunzbeck, Massey, Sick, Heck, Leclerc, Austin, and Cannon Cochran rounding out your top 10. We'll pull these 3 down here and get them ready to go for interviews for their podiums. Everyone coming around down pit road. There comes your front 3. Stop it up here on the front stretch. See if we can get a good close-up view of these three. That'll do it. Then we'll bring them on up in the booth. Starting with your third place finisher here tonight, Clifford Driscoll. See if we can grab them. Pull them on in. Clifford, you got a copy?
I do.
All right, man, you were in quite the battle for a majority of that race. Last restart, you started second, fell back to third. Just kind of want to talk about your day overall and how you finished up here on the podium.
I really didn't want to see that last restart, to be honest. I felt like I was running some pretty consistent lap times right there. But yeah, it was a heck of a battle up there between the front 4 or 5 guys. Really good racing up front. Don't know what the heck was going on in the back, but that was entertaining from my seat anyway.
Yeah, it seemed like cautions kind of got in the way a little bit throughout the whole day, heat racing included. And I'm sure you're probably not the only one that didn't want that caution to come out, but you still end up here on the podium. I believe it's $45 that goes to your name. Any special plans with the additional money now?
Yeah, you never know. Money well spent usually. As soon as it gets here, it goes somewhere else. So we'll try and hang on to it a little bit.
All right. And is there anyone you want to thank for your third place finish here today?
Oh yeah, big shout out to SSR and Rantham Designs for putting this body together for me in short notice a couple weeks back. So thanks to those guys.
All right. That's your third place finisher here today. Clifford Driscoll will bring in your second place finisher, Gunnar Swinchara. Bring him in the booth. Gunnar, you got a copy?
Sir.
All right, man. You made that last restart pay off for you there. You were battling in and out of the podium, kind of second to fourth all feature long, but able to make that last restart and use it to your advantage. What did you find on that last restart?
Yeah, I saw Clifford had that high line working real good, so I knew he was going to need a little bit of a green flag run. So with only a few laps to go, I figured he was going to have a hard time getting that to work, especially going into one off that initial restart. So I was trying to slide up as long as I got a good run and I was clear of him. I was trying to get up and block him just a little bit, but not to ruin the race or anything.
All right, so $70, I believe, or 75 possibly. I think it might be 70. Yeah, $70 for you here in the second place spot. How does it feel to get a little more money in the bank here after this one?
Yeah, it feels really good. I mean, this is probably my biggest money win, so I'm just starting to get into these money races in the competitive scene. So feels good. It's my biggest win so far.
Any plans to come and run any of the other races throughout the next day and a half or so?
I might check out the ones tomorrow, but I think this will be it for me tonight.
All right, and who would you like to thank for your second place finish tonight?
Yeah, all the guys at Swan Speed Shop, Team UDS, and then Pulse Graphics for the nice wrap.
All right, that's your second place finisher, Gunnar Swinchara, and we'll bring in your race winner. Guys, become pretty comfortable here on the Dirt Racing Network, taking the top spot. Kendall Tucker. Kendall, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
All right, pretty much dominated the race from green flag to finish there. I think you led every lap. Cautions got in the way a little bit, not as bad as the heat races, but definitely probably something you didn't want to see at all there in the feature.
Yeah, no, starting out front there, definitely didn't want to see many cautions. I feel like that's pretty much what lost me the race. The second race earlier today in the 602 late model, just right there at the end of the race, we had about 3 or 4 restarts, and it's just outside seemed to have so much more momentum, and then I kind of just missed my mark down into one, didn't get high enough, and then that was all she wrote after that. But definitely didn't want to see the cautions in this one, and luckily the ones that when there were cautions, we were able to capitalize on some good restarts there, and get out to a good lead, and hold on to the win.
Do you have a specific restart strategy in mind there, especially for the last one, or was it just making sure you got everything at the right timing?
I mean, just kind of was mixing up my looks there, on the starts. If you go the same spot, lap time after time, it's going to be a lot easier for them to time it. So you got to just switch it up, and sometimes they'll nudge ahead of you a little bit, but you just once they break, or realize that they're about to jump the start, that's when you go. So hopefully these next 2 races here we can get a fast piece underneath of us in the Pro Late model. I haven't even ran that style of car yet at Bristol, so it's probably gonna be tough, getting us set up together. But hopefully I can come up with something here and be strong in it.
That was gonna be my next question. So you're going all in. You're gonna go for all of them here through this Bristol Dirt Nationals.
Yeah, that's the plan for now. Just honestly didn't know about the street stocks earlier, for the first race, but I probably wouldn't have ran them. I definitely not a big fan of those, racing wise. So, the rest of the cars, they seem to fit my driving style pretty good. So, the couple of the open setup races here, I don't have many Bristol setups, so it's going to be tough, building something together. I know there's a couple of guys, there's some team guys out here, so they'll probably be a little ahead of me, and but hopefully we can come up with something here and be pretty solid.
Regardless, you already picked up a win, got a little bit more prize money. Who would you like to thank for your race win here in the 358s?
Yeah, just Swindell Speed Lab and Slick Sim Sport, K1 Race Gear, Bear Archery, 127 Industries, AML Performance, Dominator Racing Graphics, and thanks to all the guys at NDRA for the league and for putting on these races here. Hopefully we can pick up a few more wins, for us over.
All right, that's your race winner, Kendall Tucker. We'll go through the final results and wrap up the 358 series, part of race number 3 of 7 in the NDRA Bristol Dirt Nationals. Give you the final results. Pull them up on the screen here. As we said, Kendall Tucker taking the race win. Gunnar Swincharo coming across second. Clifford Driscoll in third. Joshua Kurnsback fourth. Jamie Massey fifth. Justin Sick sixth. How about Justin Sick driving his way up through there? Hunter Heck in 7th, Samuel Leclerc in 8th, Corey Austin 9th, Cannon Cocker in 10th, 11th Ryan Cummings, 12th Lucas Rourke, 13th Tim Rourke, 14th Kevin Robinson, 15th Dante Wilford, 16th Jeremy Krosick. Must have had some trouble there at the end for Krosick. He was running inside the top 7 or 8 for a while. 17th Brian Lawson, 18th Grant Hungate, 19th Carl Kilgore, 20th Keith Hackney. And rounding out the rest of the field, 21st, Colson Cockroyd, 22nd, Chris Sleep, 23rd, Bo Stencil, and 24th, Gage Pike. Congrats to our top 3, picking up some prize money here in the 358 Modifieds. We're going to take a short little break, get things set up for our next race, which will be the Pro Late Model here at 7 Eastern. So got about 40 minutes or so till we go live with that one. We'll probably go live at about 3 or 6:55 or so. Little pre-race show. Get ready to go. And then we'll wrap it up with UMPs at 9. So stick around. Come back in just a little bit. I know Roger's going to have some of his Hales Corner Sim Racing Series as well. So you can go check out those as well to buy a little bit of time until we go live again. But until then, we'll see you in a little bit. For Roger Wagner, I'm Dom Santina. Make sure to